It's a red state boom. Americans fed up with rising crime, taxes, and homelessness in blue states are flocking to Republican-run states like Texas and Florida. According to a new Census Bureau data report, the biggest population decline was in Washington, D.C., followed by Democrat-led states like New York, Illinois, Hawaii, and, of course, California. The largest increase was seen in GOP-led states like Idaho, Utah, and Montana. Wow, interesting data there. I'm going to start with you, Richard. I noticed that no one's moving to California, Illinois, and New York. What does that tell you about liberal policies and about the desire of so many Americans to have limited government and more freedom in their lives?
Oh, thanks for the question, Rachel. A couple of things here. I think it's very interesting to see where these population booms are happening. But it's also very interesting to remember that when folks who leave these blue states or these purple states and they go down to red states, they don't lose their political sensibilities, right? They tend to take them with them. Just look at the state of Georgia. Georgia now has 2 Democratic senators, and it's very likely that this will be the most competitive governor's race in American history between Brian Kemp and Stacey Abrams. The same goes for Florida, where you see Val Demings on the ballot versus Marco Rubio, as well as in North Carolina, where Sherry Beasley, who was a former head of the Supreme Court in North Carolina, is now running for the Senate and has a good chance of winning. So it looks like when these blue voters or blue state voters are moving to red states, they're bringing their voting records with them.
Jason, Richard brings up a great point. There's a lot of people in Texas and Arizona who are saying, don't bring your liberal ideas to our state. How is that going to affect the politics of red states when we see this kind of migration?
Well, I live in one of those red states, and that's what scares the living daylights out of you. You're more than welcome to come here, but don't bring your voting record. Don't blow it. Remember all the reasons you came here. Regulations that were reasonable, low taxes. You can go out and actually enjoy the public and the outdoors. You can get a piece of land that you couldn't afford in other types of states. So don't bring those policies to good intermountain states like Idaho, Wyoming, Montana, Utah, even in Arizona. That's what's going to ruin us more than anything.
Yeah. Katie, really quick here. This data cited crime and homelessness, taxes. But what about COVID mandates? Aren't these COVID mandates, vaccine mandates, making so many of these liberal cities just unlivable?
Well, first, I would say that a lot of my friends in Arizona have a bumper sticker that says, "Don't California my Arizona." So everybody so far is spot on by saying, please don't bring the voting record that you had in your previous state if it happens to be one for liberal policies. But you're right. There is a lot of COVID regulation in California specifically. People can drive over to Utah, Arizona, even Nevada, and have more freedom. In New York, it's been astonishing to watch thousands of kids get pulled out of school and move to states like Florida. New Jersey's the same way. So people do want to be free, and that's what they're doing.
Yeah, absolutely. Tyrus, I'm hearing from young kids who are graduating from college and saying, I want to move to a place where I have more freedom. And I think a lot of it are these COVID mandates, as well as the crime and the cost of living in so many blue states.
Well, yeah, it's not just that. And what's the old Linda Ronstadt song, "Don't Make My Red Eyes Blue"? I think there's something similar to that. You have to, I grew up in California. I'm from California, but now I call the great state of Louisiana home for a damn good reason. I like my freedom. I like the fact that I'm able to make my own choices. And I think that's important to a lot of Americans. But and I also own land in Montana. So my advice to anyone who's coming from these blue states, you got to roll up your sleeves, be accountable, and think about the reason why you left in the first place. Don't bring your type of thought process that got you in the mess in the first place. If you guys would have been voting responsibly, you wouldn't be in this situation. So don't come up here and try to change the way we do things with your wokeness. Keep that over there. That's what you wanted. But if you're going to come in, have an open mind, because Southern hospitality is a beautiful thing. So just act accordingly, and try not to blow up our beautiful. That's not going to happen in Louisiana, I'm telling you that right now. But, welcome, but clean up after yourself. Don't muddy up our carpet.
Yeah, keep your wokeness, as you say, to yourself. Don't bring it over to the red states. All right. Thanks, you guys. Great stuff. The Fastest is up next.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.